Wow. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, because I was really worried, like what's happening. So I'm just going to start over again. So today we're going to be looking at how to sell out this Ember season. We're going to be looking at a 7-step framework that is going to help you attract more buyers, close more sales, and help you end the year strong in 30 days. So if you've been struggling to sell out during the Ember season when everybody is saying they are sold out, they are closing for the year, and the only thing you hear in your own DMs is cricket, and you don't know how they've been doing it, I'm going to break down the 7-step framework that is going to help you sell out in just 30 days. So, very quickly, I want to know you. Please kindly drop your name and what you sell in the chat, so that it's also going to help me to be able to do practical examples using what we sell, and we're going to be able to have practical experience in today's class. So, drop your name in the chat and what you sell. I would like to know. Okay, so I can see Idris Tokberaji, sell agro input and irrigation system installation. Please drop your name and what you sell in the chat so that we can use them for practical steps. Now, who am I? My name is Sapti Adan Azumi. Yes, I know some of you will be wondering, am I an outside girl? Am I a Yoruba girl? Well, a mixture. I'm from Ilorin. So I'm a paid as specialist, a marketing strategist, and a business growth consultant. I've helped up to 500 business increase their sales and visibility online using effective marketing strategies. I've worked with big companies, small businesses, and even startups to increase revenue with paid ads and marketing strategies. I've also coached 100 plus people on how to skyrocket their sales and visibility using Facebook and Instagram ads. Now, you can find me across various social media platforms. You can find me on Instagram at the Marketing Guru. You can also find me on LinkedIn at Sapti at Titilokbe Dan Azumi, where I have close to 11,000 followers. Now, we're going to be having this class for 1 hour, and then I'm going to be giving a free starter pack for attendees that stay till the end of this class. So if you'll be staying to the very end, let me see you drop a yes in the comment, because we are going to be breaking down this step by step, and I want to know those people that are going to be staying to the very end. I can see the comment. I can see Moshood. I offer software development service. I can see Vivian. I sell wigs. I can see Afiz. He says that he renders services. So my story. Here's my story. Just like many business owners, I used to struggle to make sales. I'll post every day, pray for sales, and still barely any sales came in. Then I heard about Facebook and Instagram ads from a friend. Then I paid someone to help me. Guess what? The result I got could barely even cover my ad spend. Like, I didn't even make up to the amount that I spend on ads. And that was when I decided to take matters into my own hands by myself. So I studied art, tested, of course I failed, but I learned, and I mastered it over the past 3 years. And I've worked with different businesses, discovered the real problem as well. And the funny thing I discovered is that it's not just about the fact that people don't see your post or they don't see your business online. It's that most business owners have a failed sales system. They are running sales, but nobody knows. And if nobody knows, nobody is going to buy. So I developed a simple structure system that helps you sell out during your sales and build predictable income in your business. Because one thing I've also noticed is that most businesses, they actually experience a feast and famine period. That means they sell today, but they might not sell again in the next 3 months. They don't have a predictable income flow in their business. And that's exactly what I'm going to be showing you today in this free Ember sales webinar, so that you are going to be able to have a predictable income flow in your business. So we'll be looking at that. And if you're tired of posting with no sales, then this is your chance to fix it before the year ends. What we are going to be covering in the next 45 minutes, you are going to learn the 3 common Ember sales mistakes to avoid. Number 2, which is the most important reason why we are here, the 7-step Ember sales framework. Three, how to apply it fast in your business. And four, we're also going to be learning how to get guidance plus daily support to implement all that we have learned fully. Now, what is the struggle? What is the one thing that most business owners struggle with? What you struggle with is because you post without a plan, you rely on luck, not systems, and you also do not follow up. You don't follow up on people that have reached out to you before, your existing customers. And now we're going to be looking at all of that in the 7-step framework on how you can actually solve these problems, how you can actually make sure that you have leads to follow up on, you have a way to actually reach out to your existing customers to ensure that you have a predictable income flow in your business. Now, the 7-step framework, just like the name, it's a 7 step, and then we're going to be looking at each of the steps one after the other. So the very first thing that you want to do in your framework, in your business, using this framework, is that step one, you need to set a target. You need to set a target. What is your target? If you say that, oh, I just want to make 1 million, that is very unclear. We need to know how much is your product, how many number of sales do you need to get to hit that particular amount that you want to make. So say for example, your product is say 20K per product, and then how many number of sales do you need to make to hit 1 million? Okay, you have to make 50 sales to hit 1 millionaire. That is, you have to find a way to make 50 sales, whether it's 50 people, whether you have to sell it in bundle to make it 25 people to hit your 1 million. But you know that you have to sell 50, you have to make 50 sales of your 20K products to hit 1 millionaire. Now, the next thing after you now have a target. I mean, all of us can be castles in the air. We can all say we want to make 1 million, but if we don't have clear ways on how we're going to make that 1 million, then we're just building castles in the air. So now you know your target, you know your sales target. Now, what's the next thing? The next thing is simply crafting irresistible offers. You want to craft irresistible offers. You are not the only one that is selling what you sell in your industry. You have competitors, you have other people. So how do you stand out to make sure that you are the person that people decide to buy from? Number one, you want to make your offer a no-brainer. Like, you want to make a very, very irresistible offer for your audience. If you are selling multiple items, say for example, and then you feel like, okay, let's take a case study of one person that sells. Okay, so now let's take someone that says she sells wig. So now, if you're selling wig, what is the bundle discount that you can offer? What is that bundle? Okay, you notice that people like to wear straight wig, and then they will also want to have a coily wig. Is it possible for you to actually bundle, a straight wig and a coily wig that they can all have? Some people actually like find it difficult. They don't know if they should buy a straight wig or they should buy a coily wig. So can you create a bundle offer? Oh, instead of getting the straight wig for 70K and getting the coily wig for 80K, which is going to cost them 150K, can you give them a bundle discount of, if you get these 2 weeks, you're going to be getting it for 145K? You can give the bundle a name so that people know that, oh, this particular offer is from Vivian's brand. So that is what you want to do. How do you want to craft irresistible offers that's going to make people buy from you instead of your competitors? You also want to add urgency, because if you tell people that, oh, you can just come and buy the bundle anytime you want, people are only motivated when there is a time limit to something. So you want to say, oh, this particular offer is going to close in 48 hours. It's going to close in 7 days. It's going to close in 3 days. It's going to start from first and it's going to end on 7th. You want to put a window to it so that people make buying decision fast. The way we are all wired as human, if we are not motivated to do something, we are just going to just leave it and feel like, oh, we're going to come back to it. And before you know it, other things come up and they don't just get to buy. Because the truth is, nobody's just putting their money somewhere to just say, today or tomorrow, I'm just going to throw it at something. They need to be motivated to buy. Something somewhere has to be geared up for them to buy. So somebody said he cannot hear me. I hope other people can hear me. And then the next thing is that you want to make sure that you also include bonuses. You want to make sure that you are including bonuses in all of this. So if you're telling them that, oh, they are going to sell them wigs, what is that one thing that you can give them for free? Can you give them wig stand for free? Can you give this for free? The funny thing is that you don't need to actually separate, you don't need to pay for that from your pocket. You can add it to your cost price, but then it looks like it's free because they want to feel like, oh, they are giving me something for free. Meanwhile, you've actually put the cost of that item in your product. Now, the next thing is that after you have now created an offer, the next thing is you have to look for people to sell them to, right? Now, you've had people that have reached out to you in the past, people that have bought from you in the past, people that have made inquiries from you in the past, and then you just forgot them there. Now, the number three thing we're going to be doing is to be activating your audience. Now you're going to be reaching out to your old customers, people that have reached out to you before, people that have bought from you before. You want to reach out to them, you want to sensitize them, you want to send them a message, you want to tell them, oh, how are you doing? Put your business name there so that they remember you, they put you top of mind. Most of the time when I tell some of my students to do this, when immediately they just send even a greeting message, that's when some people remember that, oh, I wanted to buy something, oh, I've been looking for your number but I didn't know how to get your number. So you want to make sure that you wake up your audience. You want to use your WhatsApp broadcast. There's a reason WhatsApp broadcast is there, so you want to make sure that you are using it very, very well. And then you also DM past buyers. You can ask for a review, you can say you're checking up on them. That is to make sure that you put your business, yourself, top of mind to these people, because it is very, very easy for you to convert somebody that has bought from you before than someone entirely new that is just getting to know you. And then you want to segment your contacts on WhatsApp. You can label contacts to old customers, new customers, follow up, lead, people that have bought. So you'll be able to differentiate all of your audiences and know how to reach them and the kind of messages you are going to send to them. Now, step 4, after you've done all of this, now you've created your offer, now you've actually segmented your audience, you've segmented your list that you have. How are you going to convince them to buy? That's where content comes in. You want to create content that converts. You already have your offer, but how are you going to pass the message of your offer to your audience? What do? That is where great content comes in. Great content is not begging to sell, it's not crying on social media to sell. You want to teach something small, you want to make yourself very valuable, you want to tell a story, you want to use storytelling to actually convert people, you want to show transformation. Oh, this was what I was using before, this is what it is now. You want to show transformation of people that have used your products, people that have used your services. It could be yourself, it could be your clients, it could be your customers. These are ways to actually create content that is going to make people what? Convinced to buy from you. And then the next thing, after you've done all of this, now you have your offer, you have your audience, you have your content. Now, how do you make sure that you drive enough traffic, that you reach enough people to actually buy from you? Because one way why businesses don't get enough sales is because they are not consistently reaching more people. You cannot, there are times that the person that bought from you today is not going to buy from you tomorrow or even next month. So how do you do it? You have to continuously generate leads. You have to continuously drive traffic so that people can reach you, so that you can keep reaching new people that would want to buy from you. So now you don't just want to post on social media, post on your WhatsApp status, and you think that it's going to end there. You want to not just post, but you want to promote. And you can do this by using WhatsApp TVs, Facebook or Instagram ads, by driving traffic to your WhatsApp or your group if you have one. You also want to make sure that you are being consistent, because some people will run ads today, or they'll use WhatsApp TV's promotion today, and the next time they are doing it again is next year, and then they complain that, oh, they are in a farming period, they are not getting sales. You want to be consistent. That's why when people ask me like, oh, Sabtia, what marketing budget should I start with, I tell them, what is that what is the amount that your business can comfortably spend on marketing, and you will be consistent with it. So you want to think of it, how much can you spend comfortably and consistently in your business, because consistency is going to beat everything. That's why I tell people, run your ads for like as long as possible, instead of just running it for one day and putting all your egg in one basket, because some people might not see it today, they might not see it tomorrow, but they could see it next tomorrow. So you want to make sure that you are being consistent with driving traffic to your WhatsApp, your group, or wherever you want to drive traffic to. Now, step 6, after you've done all of this, you've actually now driven traffic, people reach out to you, and I found out that a lot of people actually run their ads and they get people to actually reach out to them. But what is the problem? Some people, business owners, do not even know how to follow up. They don't know how to follow up on people. Somebody tell you that I'm going to get back to you, and you just forgot that message there, and you never went back to say, oh, sorry, good afternoon, ma, oh, we didn't hear from you, is there a reason why you are not buying? People need to be followed up on. Business owners need to follow up on people. People need a little push sometimes. So you need to be able to follow up. Follow up is where the money is. You also need to be able to respond fast. If you are selling, you want to be able to respond fast to people, because you are not the only option. If you're not responding fast, they could go to other people that are available and reach out to them, because sometimes some people need something because of urgency. So you want to make sure that you are there for them. So another thing is also adding urgency to your offers. You want to say, oh, you have to buy during this period, that's when you're going to get offers. You don't just want to say, oh, the offer is available anytime. So it doesn't look like an offer anymore, because an offer is supposed to be special, it's supposed to be restricted to a certain number of people or a certain number of time. And then you also want to show results or social proof. Do you have people that have bought your products from you before? Can you allow them, can they give you reviews that you can post? Can they create content for you that you can post? Because at the end of the day, people trust people. People buy from you because other people have bought from you. And that's just how human psychology works. And now, step 7, which is what you want to track, you want to tweak, and you want to stay consistent. Now, if you've done all of these 6 steps, now you want to make sure that you are tracking. You want to make sure, so that when you are tracking, you actually know the particular strategy that worked for you. You actually know, oh, this particular product was the one that sold the most. Oh, people that came from this WhatsApp TV actually bought the most. So you really want to know, oh, this ad that I used for this particular content that I used for last month actually converted. So you want to know where your result is coming from. You have to track your leads, your messages, your conversions. You want to make sure you are tracking daily, weekly, and even monthly. So when you are tracking, you will now be able to know what is working, what is not working, and then you'll be able to tweak things that are not working, and it will also help you stay consistent. Now, recap of all this. What is the recap? One, we talked about the fact that you have to set a sales target. You have to set a clear sales target for your business. The next one is that you have to have an irresistible offer. What is that thing that you can offer that is going to seem so good to be true to your audience that it seems like they are even cheating you? And then you want to make sure that you actually put a time limit to it. The third thing is that you want to activate the audience that you already have now, because they are so important, and it is cheaper for you to sell to people that you already have their numbers, their contacts, than you going out to start spending money to generate leads for. So you want to make sure you sell to your active audience already. So you want to activate your audience by reaching out to your past and existing customers, people that have reached out to you, and all of that. And then the next one is having content that converts, because at the end of the day, it's not just about what you sell, but it is how you are able to actually pass the information to your audience. People actually connect with content that convert. How are you able to actually explain what your offer is to your audience? And that's where content comes in, using storytelling, using making sure that you're actually showing your value, making sure that you're actually telling them that, okay, this is what you are going to get, and it's going to look like an a steal to them. That's the word. It's going to look like a steal. That's what you want to do. And then the next thing is you driving traffic, because as a business owner, you know that you need to consistently reach more people. You need to consistently reach new people. So how are you going to do this? You are going to do this by driving traffic. That is just it. Without traffic, you are not going to get visibility. Without visibility, you're not going to get sales. So since you have chosen that it is business that you want to do, you need to know that you always have to drive traffic to your business. Whether you have a physical store, whether you sell only online, you need to drive traffic to your physical store, to your online store. People need to know you. And then the next thing is that you want to track results. After you've done all of this, you need to be able to know what is working for your business, what is not working for your business, what have you tried at work. When you did this last month, how much did you make? Was there a tangible increment in sales? Was there a decline? You want to know. Because if you are not tracking results, you will not be able to measure, you will not be able to say this is what is working and this is not what is working. So you want to be able to track results. You want to make sure that you are tracking results. Now, you know all the things to do, from making sure that you do all of this 7 step framework. Now you know what to do. But the truth is that most people never implement consistently. I mean, a lot of people actually do not know how to implement consistently, especially when you're running a business. You need consistency. Consistency is what will make people remember your brand, because people don't will not remember your brand just because they saw it one time. It is even said, like statistically, that people actually have to see something at least 7 times before they remember it. So how do you want to make sure that you are able to do all of these things consistently in 30 days to actually sell out during the Ember season? Well, and that's why I created the 30 days sold out challenge, to help you actually implement consistently in 30 days, because you know all of this, you know all the 7 step framework that you're supposed to do to sell out, but are you able to implement consistently? Now, I created the sold out sales challenge that's going to help you sell out during this Ember period, and you're going to be getting 30 days of daily task, expert guidance and accountability to help you sell out this Ember season. And what is inside this challenge? You're going to be getting 30 days of guided implementation. You're going to be getting daily prompts and templates. You're going to be getting content templates, ads templates that you're just going to plug and play for your business. You don't need to crack your head. You have experts that are going to do all of this for you. You're also going to be getting live classes on content, on ads, and on sales. And then the most important thing, which business owners actually struggle with, because it is not easy actually being consistent, which is you're going to be getting accountability and support inside the group. Now, because of this, I actually brought a content marketing expert, which is the social media princess, who has over 70K followers on Instagram and over 100K followers on TikTok, because she is a content marketing badass. I brought to me to teach us how to create content using storytelling. So she's going to be teaching us how to actually use content to sell out. And I am going to be teaching you how to use ad, which is my own core. I'm going to be teaching you how you can now use ad to scale your results, and sales, how to make sure that you have consistent and predictable income. The sold out sales challenge is going to be starting 14th of November to 14th of December, and it is very limited because we want to be able to have direct access to businesses. It's not a class, it is a challenge. It is a live daily classes where you're going to be getting accountability, you're going to be getting expert guidance. So early bird is 15,000 naira, and is going to be closing October 31st, and late registration is going to start 1st of November. So once October 31st ends, you have to actually pay the late registration fee for 25,000 naira. Early bird registration is now opened, and you can now pay and register for the sold out sales challenge this season. We have only 100 slots to be filled, so that we can be able to have live classes with everybody. So that's why we cannot take as many people as possible. So if you want to register for the sold out sales challenge, please send me a DM and let me know, and we're going to take it up from there.